This week on the Spotlight, we talked to a very young Jimmy Butler, and he's very normal. Ego comparatively low. We talked to Mike Soroka, who was a great pitcher for the White Sox, underrated. Then we continue our flashbacks with Andre Rienzo, the only Brazilian in White Sox history. We have the memory of Bill Buckner, who died too young. He was a great Cub. Watch our show on Benkowski YouTube, and you will like it. From wherever Chicago's sports teams are making news, it's the Perfect Pitch Auto Repair Sports Spotlight. Flowers for every imaginable occasion at Lansing Floral Shop. Call them at 708-474-1212. They deliver. You've got to get to Gilhooly's. It's a block off Pulaski on 103rd Street on the St. Xavier campus. Friday, June 7th at 8 p.m. I'll be there. Music, movies, TV, sports requests. Great food, great drink, great people. It's a hellacious time. Get to Gilhooly's. You've got to get to the Sock. Live Benkowski Trivia. Alternate Thursdays, 8 p.m., 93rd and Roberts Road. With a 30-year Southwest Side tradition, Huck Finn is open 24 hours to serve you with great breakfasts like the Becky Thatcher, soups, great lunches, 1/3 pound burgers, clubs, and much more. Dinners from seafood to steaks to pasta, great donuts, and ice creams. With 3 locations at Archer and Damon, 67th and Pulaski, and 105th and Cicero. Stop in today. You know Huck Finn is open. You've got to get to Dr. Sherman Clay, chiropractor. Gentle adjusting. Most insurance accepted. Massage therapy, too. Walk-ins are welcome. Call 773-324-4325. That's HEAL. Dr. Sherman Clay. You've got to get to the Wise Owl at Van Buren and Racine. Pizzas, pork sliders, Cuban sandwiches, carrot soup, elote, burgers, tacos, salads, and more. Great cocktails and great bartenders. A tremendous array at the Wise Owl, Van Buren and Racine. See you there. You've got to get to Renata's Beauty Salon like I do. Men, women, and kids cuts. Open 6 days a week. Walk-ins are welcome. They're located at 12558 Southwestern Avenue in Blue Island, just 6 blocks south of Chicago. They are really efficient, an amazing place, and I'm really, really pleasantly surprised with my first cut. I'm looking forward to more. Renata's Beauty Salon, 125th and Western. We're back on the Spotlight talking Bulls. The most knowledgeable country music guy on these Chicago Bulls is none other than Jimmy Butler. And we watched Jimmy shoot for a while, superbly. Then he sat down and rested, and I gave him a pop quiz from the Country Music Awards recently. Some questions I ask at my trivia shows. Those of you who go to my events, you know what I'm talking about. And so Jimmy gets the quiz. You can see if he passes. Then I gave him some Bulls history quiz questions as well. We're, of course, at the United Center, and one of the resident experts on the Chicago Bulls in country music is this man. And Jimmy, here's question number 1. He won an award this year, Best Video, for the song Red Solo Cup.
Oh, Toby Keith.
Oh, okay. Easy. Ding, 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 that's 1. He's 1 up. He's going for 2 in a row. Female Country Artist of the Year.
Miranda Lambert.
Oh, he's hot. That's 2 in a row. All right, let's see if he can continue this hot streak. Male Country Artist of the Year.
Male Country Artist of the Year.
5 seconds.
Jason Aldean.
The correct answer is Blake Shelton.
I was going with
that. Oh, okay, so two out of 3, though. He needs 2 more for a passing grade. All right, the album of the year was by this woman.
Miranda Lambert.
That is correct. All right, he needs 1 more to get our admiration. All right, this country artist is one of the major voices in the animated movie The Lorax.
Whew, I don't watch too many movies. Guy or girl?
Female.
The Lorax. Carrie Underwood.
It's Taylor Swift.
Oh. That's not fair. You should have said a song and I would have got it.
But he got 3 out of 5 ain't bad.
I knew Blake Shelton.
All right, let's see if you know answers to these Bulls questions.
Okay.
Okay, which 2 Bulls are out here earliest shooting today?
Carlos Boozer and Luol Deng.
Oh, that's all right. Now his percentage is rising again.
I know my team.
All right, maybe I can ask you a Bulls history question. Which 2 Chicago Bulls rank top 6 in all-time career steals?
Currently or in the past?
No, these are retired players who played for the Bulls, and they're 2 of the top 6 NBA stealers of all time.
B.J. Armstrong.
I'm sorry, the correct answer is Michael Jordan and Scottie Pippen.
Wow, I was going to say Scottie Pippen. I didn't know both of them. Oh,
Yeah.
goodness gracious.
That's a dangerous team.
Oh, yeah, without a doubt.
Speaking of defense, which that team wasn't so much known for but did well, your team is known for defense. I was looking at some of the numbers and how you lead the league in several categories, or you're close to it. What is it about team defense that you all seem to be on the same page about?
I think it's the fact that any given night, somebody at the point, the 2 guard, the power forward, or even the post could have a difficult matchup. So, yes, Lou could be guarding them, Derek could be guarding them, Booz could be guarding them. But I think our help defense is what counts the most, because when you get beat, you have 4 other guys that it's helping and guys helping the helper and things like that. I think that's what leads to our great defense.
Nice rotation.
Definitely.
I also read this interesting item in one of the magazines that when you were on your way to meeting the Bulls brass, Derek texted you and said, "Come over and hang out at my house." Did that really happen, and did you do it?
Yes, it happened. It was when I was boarding the plane from Houston to Chicago after I got drafted, and I landed that night, and right when I got to the hotel room, I texted him back and I was like, okay, and then he sent Randall Hampton, who I played with in junior college. He came and picked me up, and we went over there and we hung out for a little bit.
So immediate bonding with the main man of the team.
That's it, and he's a good guy. He's a great person, great basketball player at that, but even better people. I think that's what everybody on this team's all about. You see the basketball player that's here, but off the court, they're as good as anybody.
Yeah, I think that too. And, I grew up on the south side of Chicago, and I asked Derek about his early roots, and, we compared how many miles apart we lived and whatnot. And that's the one thing I see, kind of a genuineness and everybody wanting to get each other's back, more or less.
I think so. I think we all have different stories and different paths to how we got here, but we all want the same path and the same story to where we're trying to go, which is an NBA championship.
You got acclimated to the Midwest by playing right up the street at Marquette. What did you learn about Midwest values or anything about it that helped you?
I would say my number one thing that I learned about Midwest was their love for the game and for their sports team. At Marquette, that fan base was amazing. You step into the Chicago Bulls fan base and it's crazy too. They love their sports, lose a game, win a couple games, they're loyal fans. And I think that's one thing that the Midwest carried on from Milwaukee onto Chicago.
Well, I would like to urge our fans to keep their eyes on you, because even though a lot of times you come into the game and you got to do a little lockdown defending and whatnot, I'm hoping they start calling your number on some plays, because I'm watching you hit from the outside. I know you got a nice first step to the basket. Try to get yourself acclimated into the offense. Minutes ride.
I'm hoping so. I'm working hard on every part of my game, offensively, defensively. I want to contribute in any way that I can. So whenever my name is called upon, defense, offense, I want my teammates to know I'll be able to do the job.
You fake that three, you get your man into the air, and then you take it to the rack.
There we go. That's the plan.
Thanks a lot.
Appreciate it, my man.
All right. We'll be back with more after these messages. You've got to get to Lansing Floral Shop. Open at 8 a.m. daily. Besides a great array of live flowers, they have custom silks, Bridgewater candles. They want you to plan your parties early on a wide delivery area. They're located at 3420 Ridge Road in Lansing, or you can call 708-474-1212. Weddings, funerals, birthdays, anniversaries, and guys, try the No Reason flower. Believe me, it works. Lansing Floral Shop. Give them a call, 708-474-1212. Kim G. Sherman, psychotherapist, Des Plaines Wellness Center. Therapy for individuals, couples, families. Call 847-962-4849. I've known Kim for over 20 years. She is a true professional, and she will help you. Give her a call. Family Dentist, Lawrence Furland, EDS, 109th and Kedzie, crowns, veneers, cleanings, improving your smile. They do a great job. Call 773-233-7044. Excellent work, impeccable. Call the Family Dentist, 773-233-7044. They did a great job for me, and they'll do a great job for you. You've got to get to Shelton Fireworks, the world's largest warehouse, off Interstate 94, exit 22B in Porter, Indiana. Row after row of the best fireworks anywhere, from the little ones to the grand finales that'll end your show. Birthdays, anniversaries, graduations, in addition to the 4th of July. Just get over there to Shelton Fireworks now. Then you can reload by the time summer comes. Shelton Fireworks, I-94, exit 22B in Portage. We're back on the spotlight. Just a single hit of White Sox this week, and it's going to be part 2 of our Brazilian tribute. Mr. Rienzo talked to us for a really long time and seemed to enjoy being interviewed, and his English was good enough, in my opinion, and you can assess it too. And when you come see me at trivia, tell me what you thought. So anyway, here's part 2 of our newest guy on the White Sox in terms of Brazilian pitchers, and a real interesting guy.
You can do it.
Well, 2 things come to mind because of that. One of them is you worked so hard to get to this point. You were going to hold on tight to this opportunity, and you're going to make the best of it.
I try to hug the opportunity, try to hug and stay with me. No, please, no fly away. And I try my best to stay here. I go try my best to stay here and to show I can help the team a little bit. But that's depend the boss, the boss is the boss. They have decision to make up, down, and stay or not. So I hope the boss like what they see and give him more chance for me.
Well, as long as you're getting hitters out, you will stay.
Yes.
If you keep doing what you're doing, there will not be a problem.
Thank you.
The other thing that comes to mind, when you talk about this, is you look at your teammates, people you've played with in the minor leagues. Who are the guys on the team that you know the best, that you kind of came up with maybe?
Corneco, man. Corneco, yeah. I watch Corneco play in Brazil. Me and my brother's a big fan, and kind of embarrassed to tell Corneco get a picture with them, but people know a lot Corneco in Brazil. Now Sale big name, Dan. I think everybody here is big name. The low name is I am.
Not for long.
But it's everybody here, man. I glad to play with each players in the room and have the opportunity to play the guys. I think all guys here is huge and a huge experience for me.
Did you tell Corneco that you were a fan of his growing up?
No, not have the chance. Kind of embarrassed on something.
I'll tell him for you.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you. You make that favor for me, please.
Yeah, no problem. I will do this immediately. I'm older than him, I can say, hey, let me explain something to you. To finish up, you were saying that you have confidence in your fielders. And, when you pitch, they will make the play for you.
Sure.
And now I want to talk about the hitting. Because you were not here early in the year, and the hitting has not been so good. And they're good players. But it seems like they're not where they should be. And they're scoring 2 runs a game, 3 runs a game. It seems like every game is just such a fight, to win by 1 run. What do you do in these situations? Does it change how you pitch or not?
Of course, the players here is unbelievable players. I believe in my defense. I believe in the offense too. And the guys, if the guys make 2 runs, I think the pitchers try to get a 1. Win 2-1 or something there. But the guys here is unbelievable guys, unbelievable names, unbelievable lineup. You see yesterday, great game. You see a lot of hits, and there is the team watching the TV, and I know. And I always in the same side. I think the team is the same page, and I was in the same size. If the hitting not doing well, it's no hitting foul. It's all the team foul. The pitching not doing well, it's not the pitching foul. It's all the team foul. And I think that make a big team with together and play together. And let's see. I have some feeling good times coming.
I agree with that. 2 last questions. When you think about being from Brazil, Do you have extra excitement that Brazil has won the Olympics? They were going to go to the Olympics in 2016. Did you have certain pride about this?
Yes, sir. I think the Olympics and World Cup coming in Brazil. The boat is in Brazil. I think it's huge progress for Brazil. Unfortunately, the Olympics take off the baseball. Don't have more baseball. That is bad, but it's still a huge event for Brazil, and I hope Brazil represent well on the world and show Brazil have good things too.
Oh, here's a little tidbit I can give you. You might not know this. Your manager won a gold medal at the Olympics.
Ventura?
Yeah, he won in Seoul, Korea. He won Baseball USA gold. So tell him you want to see his gold medal. He'll be surprised you know this because the Olympics were held the year you were born.
Yes, sir.
So he would be surprised you know this, okay?
I thank you for letting me know.
All right, bounce that off him. And then the last thing I want to ask you, there is a very famous song that I enjoy in the music played on the radio called "The Girl from Ipanema." Do you know about this?
Yes,
this is a beach?
Ipanema is a beach in Brazil, in Rio. And beautiful beach, and I think the song is no new, right? It's an old song, but it's sung a lot in Brazil before, and a lot of people know, and it's beautiful beach in Brazil, man. Yeah.
Okay, well, finally we've come full circle. We have met a pitcher from Brazil, and he knows the girl from Ipanema. He was watching her on the beach, and we're going to watch for him to not strike everybody out, but maybe get a couple of ground outs on 2 pitches.
Yes, sir.
This is good, right?
Yes, sir.
All right, congratulations.
Thank you.
Welcome to Chicago.
Thank you. Appreciate it, sir.
Okay. With a 30-year Southwest Side tradition, Huck Finn is open 24 hours to serve you with great breakfasts like the Becky Thatcher, soups, great lunches, 1/3 pound burgers, clubs, and much more. Dinners from seafood to steaks to pasta, great donuts, and ice creams. With 3 locations at Archer and Damon, 67th and Pulaski, and 105th and Cicero. Stop in today. You know Huck Finn is open. Go play at Red Shoes Billiards, 12009 South Pulaski in Alsip, featuring 16 Brunswick Gold Crown pool tables, drop fluorescent lighting fixtures, and the fabulous Raid of Cloth. Call 708-388-3700. And now video gaming is available at Red Shoes from open till close. And don't forget the Illinois Lottery too. That's Red Shoe Billiards, 12009 South Pulaski. You've got to get to the Sock live Binkowski trivia, alternate Thursdays at 8 p.m. 93rd and Roberts Road. Great game, great people. Check out the Sock. I think you'll be glad you did when you go to my trivia game every other Thursday. 8 p.m., 93rd and Roberts Road. Perfect Pitch Auto Repair at 108th and Kedzie does tune-ups, transmission, AC service, engine repair, tire repair, oil changes, and emission system repair. They're open Monday through Friday from 8 a.m. to 6 p.m., and they've done a great job for me. Perfect Pitch Auto Repair at 108th and Kedzie. You've got to get to Papa Joe's new location, 5900 West 111th Street. Italian beef, tetrazzini, great pizza, parmesan, ravioli, and more. All my classic choices. New location, and they can still deliver into the city. Get to Papa Joe's. White Sox are winning, but there's some changes in their pitching staff. John Rauch and Jim Parquet sent down to the minors, and this man, Gary Glover, who we talked to in depth last week, will have part 2 of his remarks. He's the interchangeable guy who has shown the ability to pitch in the majors out of the bullpen, but the vast majority of his minor league work has been as a starting pitcher. In fact, something like 140 out of 145 minor league appearances were as a starter. But Gary will say goodbye to his setup role and go into the rotation now. And I talked to him about his pitching preferences to find out what he likes best, the long stuff or maybe the short stuff. Personally, rather come in the 3rd inning and pitch 4, or would you rather set Keith up?
Personally, I mean, setting Keith up, I think I'm going to get a lot more opportunities than coming into the 3rd inning. I think we got some starters that, are going to be able to go greater distance. So, rather be towards the end of the game right now. I think that's where I'll get more action, and it's a lot of times it's funner to pitch in those situations because the game is not per se on the line, but it's getting down to the crunch time, the last few innings of the game. You just want to go out there and finish the ball game. There's a little bit more excitement to it than coming in when it's already 8-0 or something, one way or another, and having to pitch an inning or two or three, in that situation. It's a little bit easier to get fired up in those later inning situations.
I would beg to differ with you on one minor point there, in that with the new tradition of ninth inning for the closer, maybe the setup man does come in with the game on the line. Maybe 2 outs and a couple men on, and you got to put out that seventh inning fire, for example. How do you feel about that kind of high tension?
Sure. I mean, that's what you want to pitch in. That's what you want the manager to have the confidence in you to give you the ball at that point in time, and that is something that I want to be a part of, and that's what I mean by as far as the game being somewhat on the line. At that time, it's not the ninth inning with 2 guys on and 1-run lead. It's it's the 7th, 8th inning. I mean, you got a few more at bats maybe, but it's still a very key situation to the ball game, and a key part of winning is to get those solid late innings.
Exactly. What about the way the lineup has evolved? What impresses you about the way the guys are pounding the ball? I see 3-4 people in the top 10 of the American League. That's got to be a good feeling for the staff.
Yeah, it's a great feeling. I mean, the starters and the relievers as well, but the starters especially, that they've got the confidence or the comfortable feeling that they can go out and throw their ball game, and they don't have to shut somebody out to get a W. They can go out there and afford to give up maybe 1 or 2 and still be looking at it, a great possibility of getting a W. I don't think there's going to be too many times that this offense is going to be shut out. There's too much speed. There's too many little things that this club can do. Plus, the possibility of the long ball is always there as well. I mean, we've got some guys that can knock it out of the park as well. So I don't think there's going to be too many times that we'll actually get shut out during the year. So I think that helps.
I agree. In terms of yourself, to wrap up, besides experience, which is huge, is there any other thing that you're bringing to the table in 2002, like maybe a pitch you're dabbling with?
Not really too much. I'd say I'll probably be using a sinker a lot more often this year than I did last year, and I think that'll help me with the lefties. Last year I was running into problem with my ball cutting back over the plate when I was trying to go outer half to them or outside corner, and that was giving me some problems early on in the year. And, I started working on the sinker, and it was becoming more consistent for me as a starter last year, and I've been able to use it to my advantage this year during the season. Just hope to improve on that and the rest of my pitches as well, and just get people out all the time.
Ground ball out's as good as a strikeout in most cases, right?
Just about, yeah. There's not too many situations where it's going to hurt you. Just getting that ground out.
Well, we'll be watching for these things, 7th, 8th inning situations, and no lunch pail to worry about for the veteran here. We'll be back with more in the Spotlight after these messages. You've got to get to my newest show, X's and O's, live trivia alternate Fridays at 6 p.m., 7800 West 79th Street. Music, movies, TV, sports, great food, and great drink. See you there. Lenny Hughes has my trivia show Tuesday nights at 7 p.m. Daily specials, catering too. It's in the Lansing Municipal Airport, right off Burnham Avenue. Perfect Pitch Auto Repair at 108th and Kedzie is great. Tune-ups, transmissions, AC service, engine repair, tire repair, oil changes. They're open Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 6 p.m. They do a great job for me, and they'll do a great job for you. They're quick, and they don't charge an arm and a leg. Perfect Pitch Auto Repair, 108th and Kedzie. Trivia will be at the Sock. Alternate Thursdays at 8 p.m. 93rd and Roberts Road. Great food, great drink, great people. Everything great. You've got to get to Renata's Beauty Salon. They cut hair for men, women, and kids, and I'm among them. Open 6 days a week. Walk-ins welcome. Easy to reach at 125th and Western Avenue. Maybe I'll see you there. Reggie's is a great place with tons of music, interesting people and staff, great food and drink at 21st and State. And amongst the cool things they have, Benkowski Trivia. All shows are now Monday at 6 p.m. Reggie's, 21st and State, a fun place. We complete our interview with Mike Sorotka, who pitched so brilliantly last Sunday at Boston, only to lose a 5-hitter. And here he talks about a wide range of things, including the rest of the pitching staff of the White Sox.
A little bit more in the tank, at the end of September and October.
Compare it to when you first came up and the bullpen wasn't as good. I'm going to guess that the manager was staying with you a little longer. Can you vouch for that?
Well, for me, when I was trying to break in as a fifth starter early in my career, the managers were, they were pretty quick to take me out just because I was a young kid, didn't want to really, give me a chance to get beat up or didn't really want to see whether I could get the out in the 6th or 7th inning. But I think it all depends on the manager and the guys you have behind you. And, with this team, everybody's a good pitcher and whoever you turn the ball over to can get the job done.
Everything seems so amicable, and I'm not trying to pick a scab and find a negative at all, but I am curious. There's got to be a time where Jerry comes out and you go, I don't want to come out.
There's been a couple times where that's happened. You just being a stubborn pitcher. You always think you're good enough to get the next guy out, and that's the mentality you have. Whether or not you can, the only way you find out is whether you stay in the game or not. But he's a very good manager of baseball games, and understands the situation of baseball, and has usually it's usually worked out for us on whatever decision he's made.
I've been impressed by the balance of your lineup. At least 1 through 7. You've got some pop, you've got some big RBI numbers. Your team's scoring a lot of runs, or at least did early and is doing well enough. What impresses you about the nature of the year 2000 White Sox lineup?
Well, I think there's not really an easy out in the lineup 1 through 9, and that even goes farther into the reserve guys. The guys like when Perry was platooning and Graffinino, those guys and Abbott has come through with some big hits, so those guys have all done the job when they've been called upon, and so that adds more pressure to the other team to make some pitches.
What was your relationship with Josh Paul? And did you think that if there's anything that goes about this season, it was frustrating that as well as he was playing, he had to go down?
That's one of the dilemmas you have with having too many good players. Josh did an outstanding job when he was here. Was great behind the plate, did some great things offensively, and he's really a tremendous guy to have as part of your team. It's unfortunate for him that it came down to a numbers game. There's no question that he can do the job in the major leagues. But when you have veteran guys like Fordyce and now Marks, into his 2nd or 3rd year, I think those guys, their experience is a little bit more valuable at a time when you're winning. And it's only a matter of time before Josh is back, though.
You've got to get to Mood's Bar and Grill for my trivia game, alternate Wednesdays. To get to Portage, Indiana, it's exit 19 off I-94, a couple miles south. I will see you at Mood's Bar and Grill. You've been watching the Perfect Pitch Auto Repair Sports Spotlight. Perfect Pitch located at 108th and Kedzie. Take your vehicles there for great repairs. This week's show has been brought to you by the Lansing Floral Shop. Call for your flowers at 708-474-1212. Huck Finn, a great wide-ranging menu, along with donuts and ice cream. Open 24 hours at Archer and Damon, 67th and Pulaski, and 105th and Cicero. Imprint Graphics, leaders in booklet, perfect bound saddle stitch. Very competitive pricing, 708-396-1010.